Okay, I have some cards here for you guys. It's 6 cards I'm going to go through with you. We're going to start with the first one, and this is in terms of what's happening for you in love and relationships right now. So the first card is the Making a Choice card, number 30, up at the top left. And this card's talking about in the past, you have had to make a decision or a choice. And maybe that decision or choice was between letting go of something or someone or holding on to something or someone. And you have worried about whether you've made the right choice and which was the best choice to make. As you took steps forward, you may have discovered that down the middle, straight ahead, there was possibly an option to forge your own path and make a third decision. And that might have been the decision to find the space between letting go and holding on. So instead of letting go of something or someone or clinging to them desperately, longing for them, the choice that I'm being shown was made was trying to find the balance between the two and be open to love, but also to just try and be. Just try to be in the moment, just try to be open and not try to either cling or let go. So the second card, this is the number 5 Goblin in reverse card. Based on that choice, right now what you're dealing with is some of your shadows and some of your fears surfacing. There may be a situation in which you're vulnerable to manipulation, and it is indicating that it's important to set boundaries. Okay, so you don't have to let go, you don't have to cling desperately to love and relationships, but you are allowed to set boundaries that protect yourself from being manipulated or taken advantage of. And those boundaries are important. It's also a card that talks about stepping back. So not blocking and not clinging, but just taking a breather and taking time for yourself and focusing on what makes you happy, what makes your heart feel good, focusing on your own life and things that bring joy and peace into it. And then when you do that, the shadows and the goblins and the fears, they go back to sleep. The thing you resist is this listening card. The listening card is about not paying attention to what's happening outside of yourself, what you hear and see in the outside world, but really it's a quiet card where you are focused on listening with your heart. So it's about getting in touch. The whole reading is about getting in touch with your own feelings and what you really want, you really desire, what do you really love. Seeing beyond not just what is being said, but hearing what might not be being said is very important in this situation when it comes to love and relationships. And you tend to resist that. You tend to focus on just what you're hearing and not the deeper meaning behind it. And so to get the answer to what's actually being said actually requires just going into your heart space and listening with your heart, listening to yourself. You can hear what's being said when you listen to yourself. That's where the deepest truth is found, is within the self. So listen with your own heart and trust your own heart and your own wants and desires and needs, and trust that those wants and desires and needs would not be put into your heart by God or by source or by energy or by the universe if they were not meant to be heard and if they did not have a greater purpose. The next card is Slow and Steady in reverse, and this card is the area in which you're going to receive unexpected help. The unexpected help in regards to love and relationships for you comes from taking it slow, not pushing things forward, because when we push, we sometimes will make things worse, or alternatively, we can yield fruit that's not yet ripe. So we need to give things time to ripen. We need to give things time to grow. And so just like when you plant a flower, you can't obsess over the flower and water it constantly and be checking on it constantly. You need to give it what it needs, and then you need to let it do its thing and let it grow and let it become. The next right action regarding the situation for you with love and relationships is solitude. And this card is, again, really about going within, getting quiet, pulling back, realizing that attracting and manifesting love, especially for the feminine side, the female side, but also for men, but particularly with women, that we can't manifest those things until we have gone within and really gotten clear on what we want and need, and really focused on our own happiness and on self-love and on nurturing the things within ourselves, and really aware of what it is that we're trying to create in the outside world. It comes from within and going within. So it's okay to step back, stay open to love, stay open to relationships, don't block them, don't cling to them. It's the same message that we started this reading out with, where you stay open to it, but that openness requires setting boundaries, really listening with your heart and not to what you're hearing necessarily from outside yourself, but what is your heart telling you, and then taking it slow as that process kind of percolates. And to do that, go within, take that time out to really get quiet so that you can hear. The last card in this reading is the most likely outcome of your situation regarding love and relationships, and that is a paradox. So the outcome of your question about love and relationships comes from the question. So if what you're looking for is for there to no longer be a struggle, then the answer to that is to relax. If what you're wanting is peace in relationships and love, then bringing peace and being peaceful in your relationships and with love is what's going to create that. If what you're looking for is just simply love, then being love, being nurturing, being a light for others in the world is what's going to bring that to you. So it's not about looking for it outside yourself. It's not about wanting everyone else around you to be peaceful, wanting everyone else around you to love you, wanting everyone else around you or others around you to stop struggling against you or struggling against love. It's about stopping the struggle within, being relaxed, being the things that you want to see outside of yourself. So the more you focus on being love, being relaxed, and being at peace, the more that those things are going to come into your life and going to be attracted to you.